speaking about. And so the jungle, one cannot be really. So you cannot really, but you decide your own limit that where you want, because you are yourself doing it. So you just take us to one place only, wherever the Radharani is there, and just leave us there only where the Radharani is there, and we'll be happy with that. So Sri Van Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Van Maharaj will be speaking about it now. It's a beautiful thing that he has told about the Van Maharaj, that Van Maharaj will be taking it only to one jungle only, not so many, because there is a time limit again. Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So I first of all I pay my obeisances to the Nitya Lila Prishna Vishnupada Ashtota Shri Bhaktivedanta Shri Raman Goswami Maharaj and Nitya Lila Prishna Vishnupada Ashtota Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Shri Narayan Goswami Maharaj at the lotus feet of the Narayan Goswami. An innumerable number of obeisances I offer unto their lotus feet. And after that Nitya Lila Prishna Ashtota Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj and the people at the Sabhapati and the Sanchalak Mahoday, the moderator and other Tirthankar on the dais, and the other Vaishnav is present, Matravind and Prashtavand, Hari Katha Pipasu, all of them I just offer as Yatha Yogi, as per their caliber, I offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of everyone. It is a great occasion that, and it is very full of enthusiasm that we have been gathering over here and celebrating and the glories of the Radharani. Because so many great scholars have really, so many high level of dignitaries have given their experiences and different sentiments and the moods. They have offered their Shraddhanjali, they have offered the garland of flowers at the lotus feet of the Radharani. I have got only one point thing. I have got only one idea about the Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He's basically praying Bhakti Vinod Thakur in one of the prayers. And Prabhupada ji, Bhakti Vinodiya Dhara, the very stream which has been started by the Shuddha Bhakti, which has been really started by the Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So that particular stream, if it is just flowing like the pure Ganga river, so in the same way, our Param Gurudev, Nitya Lila Prishna Vishnupad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj has started this particular stream. He has just established this particular stream of having the Vidvat Sabha, and we are trying our level best to get onto it and to expand and to continue with that particular idea which he has floated. There are likely to be lot many hurdles in this path, but we have to somehow cross over all those hurdles, and we have to really understand what is the Tattvagat Vichar, what is the essential nature of the Radha and what is the essential nature of the Krishna, that we have to manifest in our heart, so that we can really relish the pastimes which are going to be flowing after that. So for understanding that how the Gurudev, Param Gurudev used to do it with a lot of enthusiasm. He used to sit at this particular point, at this particular place, with a lot of great scholars of the Mathura at that point of time. Learned people are there, and in the same in the same stream, now we are also, the same thoughts of the Gurudev are being entertained, and we are trying to give the, as we are doing the Ganga Puja, the Ganges, we are worshipping the Ganges by the water of the Ganges. So what we are doing is basically, we are, with the words of the Gurudev, we are offering our worship, our obeisance unto the lotus feet of the Gurudev only. With the same words which he has used, so same words are being done. In the one Purana, then Bhrigu Rishi, in Bhrigu Rishi, once he went to the Brahmaji and he asked, he requested him, hey Brahmaji, that you tell something about the Radharani, you tell something about the Radharani. Then Brahmaji himself is told, so Brahmaji himself is telling that for 60,000 years I have done great austerities just to get one dust particle of the Radharani's feet. How the Prabhupada Saraswati is explaining, Pivachananjal Kelenotha Dhanyati Dhanya Pavanen Kritarthamani Yudham Batire Vishwaho Api Kasyasya Kadapi Vasananjal Kelenotha means the direction from which the wind is blowing after touching the cloth of the Radharani. In that particular direction where Radharani is situated, so that particular direction I offer again and again my obeisances into that particular direction, because the wind after touching the clothes of the Rani is coming from that particular direction. So that particular, and Radharani is there at the other bank. Radharani is the other bank of the Yamuna after becoming the Mana, and when the blowing, when the wind after getting fragrant by touching the clothes of the Radharani, it becomes fragrant. So that particular fragrance, when it touches the nostrils of the Krishna, then that particular direction only I offer my obeisances. The Krishna is paying obeisances to that particular direction. This is what Prabodhana Saraswati has told, and about the Mahima, about the glories. There are a lot of shlokas which he has recited about the glories of Krishna. So it is just, but it is all very indescribable and not to be achieved very easily. But in spite of that, we are still glorifying the Radharani. We are still talking about her Mahima, because who are our Ishtadev? Our Ishtadev is not the Krishna. Our Upasya is Radharani. Hamara Upasya. So that is why we are supposed to do. That is why we have to talk about the Radharani almost all time to come, because she is our real Upasya, not the Krishna as such. So just to understand the glorifying the Krishna, Radharani is our duty, and it is our right also at the same time. And in different ways it has been told by so many sadhus and the Vaishnavas. It has been sung. So Uddhav is so close to the Krishna. He is very, very loving. He is a very loving devotee and loving friend of the Krishna, Uddhav. And he himself, Krishna is telling to Uddhav that you are the dearest of all to me. Nobody is there, like in Brahma and the Shankar and the Shri and the Baladev and my own Vigraha is not that very dear to me as you are there, Uddhav. But that particular Uddhav is coming to the Braja and seeing the Radharani's state of affairs, Radharani's state of separation from the Krishna. He is just overwhelmed by that particular moods of the Radharani which she is feeling towards the Krishna in the form of separation when he is there in the Braj. And Krishna has left her for the Mathura. So Even Rukmani and Satyabhama in Dwarka, that level of love cannot be really achieved by Rukmani and Satyabhama, because they always had a sort of Sambhram bhava for the Krishna, the Aishwarya bhava for the Krishna, and while the Radharani was having the purified personification of the Madhurya. That is why the Vipralambaras, which has really been embraced by the Radharani, has happened only in Radharani and none other Radharani, not even the Mahishis, not even the great many women, the wives of the Krishna like Satyabhama and Draupadi, who are the real Lakshmi themselves. So for that, to understand that particular mood of the Radharani, we have to take the refuge, we have to take the shelter only at the lotus feet of the Radharani, of the Rupa Goswami and the Sanatana Goswami. Now Rupa Goswami, unless we read the Bhakti Rasamana Sindhu and the Ujjwal Nilmani, we cannot really appreciate the moods of the Radharani. That particular tattva which Radharani is having is, and only with the grace of the Param Gurudev, and Gurudev is explaining all those moods of the Radharani in a very, very simple way, very simple way. Who is Radha? Who is Radha? Radha is what? Radha is Krishna Vilas Pranay Vakriti, Pranay Vikrati. She's Mahabhav Sarupadi Radha Thakurani. So Gokul Prabhuji has already told she's Mahathakurani only. Now what is the main, what is the man, what is the sna, what is the Mahabhav, what is Ruda, Viduda and all that. They have been explained all very well by Shri, and they are the best of the moods, and they are the levels, the ultimate level of this particular moods, and this is what is Radharani all about. Because Radharani is really touching upon those particular bhavas, they are touching the very core of her heart, and they are being getting manifested only in Radharani, in different ways. And what are the symptoms of that particular thing has been very explicitly and graphically being depicted by the Rupa Goswami in his Ujjwal Nilmani. What are the real symptoms and what is the glory of that? On one side there is a meeting, and on the other side there is a deep sense of separation. And which one of the two is the better? Because what is doing the milan and the meeting and the separation, both of them are very essential for the love to establish itself as a kingdom of love. For understanding the love, these two things have to understand in very profusely and explicitly. We have to understand the feelings of the meeting and the separation, because without the separation, the meeting cannot be complete by itself. That is how the moderator has been telling just now, that whenever there is a love festival, so we are just doing the separation. Even Tirobhav festival we are celebrating, Virha Utsav, that it is separation is also a sort of separation. So Milan, Prakatya and Aprakatya, Tirobhav and the Avirbhav, both of them are as much of a Utsav, as much of a great celebration. There is no difference between them two. It is nothing like that it is a meeting so it is much better, or the separation are much better. No. The Anand Lahariyas, the bliss, the wavelets of bliss will be dripping in all this Anand Utsav and the Virha Utsav, the Milan Avirbhav Utsav and the Tirobhav Utsav. This is a strange thing about the kingdom of this particular love, where the meeting and the separation stay together. And it all take you to the real level of Arab Ulhasmai. The single point of time, both the things are happening. Meeting and the separation, both of them are happening at the same time in the heart, in the deeper recesses of the heart of the Radharani. How it is happening, why it is happening, this is to be understood in a very deeper way that can only be apprehended when we are going through the secrets of the Ujjwal Nilmani. So what are the real moods? What are the feelings which are arising at that point of time in Radharani's heart? It is just like ice, or it is like a fire. So the fire and the ice are both existing at the same time. There is a fire of meeting and there is ice. So that's called Samvedya Dasha. So Samvedya Dasha. It is just not possible to explain that what is happening in the Samvedya Dasha. And then it goes on to the level of Yavat Ashtraya Vritti. What is the meaning? Meaning is that like the sweetness of the sugar cane. If the sugar cane is being burnt in the fire, and if you take the hot sugar cane, then it becomes it will be sweeter. It will be so very sweet that you will be eating your own tongue. if you just heat the sugar cane and just go on pressing it, so it will be so very sweet. That is why this sugar cane is sweet, but the hot sugar cane is sweeter, and it will be that much sweeter that you will be forced even to eat your own tongue. So that is the extent. That is how the love is expanded, and further when it is being heated by the fire of separation. So the separation just attaches a lot of intensity to the love. And love is what? It is just a single, it is just the glance, a single glance, it is a drop, it is just a glance, sudden askance. In Rupa Goswami Pad himself is saying that at one point of time, Rupa Goswami, Srimati Radhika, at what point of time she was in the separation and she was just sighing deep in the feelings of the separation from the Krishna. She was overwhelmed by the height of the separation, by the feelings of the separation, and just thinking. So she was just feeling the pangs of separation in one of the moods, and the stream of tears were rolling down from her streams. And then Lalita Devi came at that point of time and she asked, "Oh Radha, what is happening with you? What is happening? Oh Radha, why are you weeping so profusely? What do? You write a letter to the Krishna. Because this is the only way you explain your feelings and moods into the form of a words, in the form of a letter." And Lalita ji told like that, you just write a letter to the Krishna. Then she gave that Bhojpatra to the Radharani, and he gave a pen also. Not the pen, kalam, we can say, that pencil, made of the peacock feather. So Radharani now is writing a letter to the Krishna. Let us understand what is she writing. Now Radharani is thinking that what to write about it, what to write, because she is so lost in the thought of the Krishna. Then she is thinking that she herself has become a Krishna. She is so much immersed into the deeper sense that she herself had become the Krishna. And now she is writing the letter, and now she is writing the letter to the Radhaji. And the tears are flowing, rolling down her stream, rolling down from her eyes. And now she is feeling tempted to write a letter to Radharani because she is thinking that she has become a Krishna. The mood was so much. And when Lalita ji took that particular, so she wrote a letter to Radharani itself. Radharani wrote a letter to Radharani, assuming that she is a Krishna himself, and then that letter was rolled up by the Lalita, and it was given over to the Krishna. And then he was really astonished that what? And Krishna was weeping. Then Sri Radharani, in my separation, has achieved that particular stage where she herself has become a Krishna, and she is writing a letter to Radharani, assuming that she is a Krishna. And this point was being well appreciated by the Krishna, and he himself started the very word, "Oh my Radhe." When he read that, then he could really understand the extent, and he himself. The three items have been given very explicitly. Raghunath Goswami is explaining that we have to worship only the lotus feet of the Krishna, only the lotus feet of Krishna, and then only three Thurliniyam, three followers of Anaradhyada Padam Bhojam, means you have to understand. You have to worship only ekantik bhakti. Ekantik means one-pointed, single-pointed devotion unto the lotus feet of Radharani, even at the cost of Krishna. Then the second one, and in the Braj, where the intimate pastimes have been happening in the Braj, so that particular Braj you have to take the shelter. You have to take shelter. You have to stay in that Braj only. And the third one, and you should only stay in the company, in the sweet association of the Rasik saints who only talk about the Radharani and who listen to the particular story, particular Harikatha from the mouth of the Rasik Jan. Then only we can really get immersed ourselves into the deeper life of love for the Krishna. Avanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय। बोलो बरसाने वाली